check it out, and welcome to Nick Flanagan Weekly. 4 times a week for you and me. Alright, I have a friend who's probably going to do improvised singing on their podcast. So, I'm not going to continue to improvise singing, but, well, I probably will, but I won't make it my thing. Hi, and welcome back to Nick Flanagan Weekly. In case you're wondering, I haven't put out one of these for 4 days, so I am shot out of a cannon like a circus freak. Ready to party. Ready to live, love, laugh, eat, pray, walk the line. A la Johnny Cash. So, what is going on with you? Did you have a nice weekend? Did you have a knife weekend? Did you do knife fights this weekend? I didn't. I went to my little course. My little ADD class. It was wonderful. And I went out on the town on Saturday. Spent some money I didn't have, which is fine. Sometimes you do that. I actually spent money that I had, but that I don't have now, which I think is a good way to look at life. And I don't even know what I did Friday. I stayed in. I've done a little work. I'm filling up my schedule with stuff. In fact, I'm glad this podcast is relatively short because today I was planning on having a beach day after getting some work done. But now it turns out I have to go to a course where I will learn about computers. Because soon they will be our masters and lords. And all the work will emanate from Chinese computers. So I'm trying to just get on top of this computer trend, and I plan on doing so. Do you have comments or questions about my need to learn about computers? Write weeklypodcast@gmail.com. That's WEAKLY. I'm Nick Flanagan. Thank you for listening. Did you know that the listens are adding up and it's making me feel good? Thank you for taking the time. Like I've said before, I'm getting nice feedback. I could always use more, unless it's in the monitors. No feedback in the monitors. Thank you very much. Throws me off my game. And my game is the game of life. And ladies and gentlemen, I am winning by cheating. No, I'm not cheating. I'm taking care of a cat. His name is Parsley. He's really cute. If you want me to post pictures of him, I will. There is also a cat here named Manny I am willing to post pictures of. Ask the Nick Flanagan Weekly Twitter account or my Twitter account if you want some photos of cats or general pet sitting pictures. This summer, my life is a pet jamboree. And I want to share these pets with you because they're cute and they're nice, I'm glad to say. Today I got up at 7:30 in the morning. That's weird. I do recommend it. I hate to say it. I'm not glad I did, but it has, I got a lot more done. I definitely used to think, if I stay up late at night, I'll get a lot done at night. No, you won't. I'm at the point where my night is always the same. After 10 o'clock, my brain just becomes a dust ball and a dust field, a dust storm, tumbleweeds a blowing, some acoustic guitar playing. I can do minor things, but anything that requires thought doesn't happen. So, wake up in the morning. Wow. I'm ready to play with the cat. I'm ready to change that kitty litter. Am I going to journal? I'm going to journal. Yeah. So I'm glad I'm taking this course because my life has been so unstructured for so long. And a big part of coming back here to Toronto to rebuild, recharge, reduce, reuse, and recycle ideas was so that I could lend structure to my life, and I was quite worried about what that would look like because I can't just jump into a job. I'll tell you right now, I'm going to actualize my dream job. Dream job right now would be a writer's room. 5 days a week, eating lunch for free, trading ideas with the best of them. So that's the ultimate job I would like. But for now, because I like acting, I like podcasting, but I feel like a writer's room would just be so fun to be in. And writing for kids as I've actually not, I've done a lot of rooms, but they're just not long. And I really want to have a nice months long sauna soak in a writer's room. In other good news, I also did get a script on a show. So a little bit of work is always nice. So yay me. I'm patting myself on the back. If you watch the video feed, you will see this as proof. Yes, that's right. I have a video feed that I put up under my Nick Flanagan YouTube account. So if you want to watch me with headphones on and a scream mask and a rubber chicken in the background, check that out. So I switched locations this weekend, went from one house to the cat sit. That was what I did on Saturday. I've been driving more in the last few weeks. Yeah, things are really ramping up, and all I can think about is, God dang it, why are there still negative aspects to who I am within all of this winning? All this tiger's blood can't stop me from still being frustrated with elements of who I am. Why is that? Got an answer, God? Why is the human condition so filled with being disappointed in oneself? Hey, happy Monday, y'all. Okay. The thing with me is, and again, this is an ADHD thing, and it's heartbreaking. A heartbreaking thing to find out when you have some sort of a mood. They call them disorders. I think of them as special orders. You have a mood thing, and you have all this stuff in your life that you've done, and you think it's all part of like the thing that is you and makes you special. And it turns out it's just been these inadequate coping mechanisms to work within the brain you've been given. So I guess what I'm trying to say is sometimes I get a little snippy, especially when I'm out in public, especially when I'm in my hometown, because I've been frustrated with my hometown, Toronto, for as long as I've lived in it. And I'm very comfortable here. So I have to stop myself from chiding people on public transit for small misgivings. I have to stop myself all the time from this kind of stuff. Today I'm set to go to the beach after I do this course. I'm going to have a little sunset beach watch because I'm treating myself nice this summer. And one of the people coming to the beach is this guy the other day who I felt like I had a very inappropriate conversation with about Nicki Minaj. I forced a Nicki Minaj conversation in the back of a comedy show last week. I think I might have even talked about this, and I was just trying to infer that Nicki Minaj has a niche market and it's a certain kind of gay guy. I'm right. I'm completely right. There's a certain kind of extra person that isn't always, but sometimes can fall into a certain archetype of a man who may be immersed in gay culture. And I'm not saying they're gay. I'm just saying they're immersed in gay culture. Maybe without even realizing it, because gay culture is just that influential. And I'm talking about the many positive aspects of gay culture. See, this is what I'm talking about. The conversational holes that I dig they're just these massive sinkholes, and cars drive into them, and they're like, what the hell? I drove into this. Now I'm in trouble? I drove into this guy's self-created sinkhole, and now I'm suddenly racist too. I'm not racist. Yeah, so I felt like I offended him, but he's a comedian. I don't think he actually was that offended. I feel like he got what I was getting at, which was just that Nicki Minaj has a style that I thought would appeal to like lovers of raw rap, but she kind of made it into a style that was primarily for a more niche market, and that's all. So I'm seeing him at the beach today, and hopefully he doesn't throw shade my way, although if it's sunny out, I could use some shade. And I'm going to wear shades. Maybe I'll treat it like prison and just like, as soon as I see him, I'll be mean to him. He'll get the shade. I'm going to find the biggest guy and throw them shade, and then he wouldn't dare throw me shade. Guevara was a hero to most, but he never meant shit to me. Besides being on a Rage Against the Machine shirt, what if I spoke in this way for the rest of the podcast? Would you still listen?
Hi, this is Ray Romano. I've been forced, because of the contract, to tell you to watch Somebody Feed Phil on Netflix. So, watch Somebody Feed Phil on Netflix.
I know Pete Holmes does a Ray Romano impression, but I do too. You don't own the Ray Romano impression, Mr. Holmes. Anyway, then just the other day I was buying medicine at the pharmacy, and there was this really annoying thing where everyone was waiting in line at the drop-off line, and there was like a pickup part down the thing where like another person was waiting in line. And I was like, well, I'm picking up. Should I go to not dropping off a prescription? I'm picking this damn thing up. Should I go there? Didn't look like it. So I go over, but I was like, well, I want to be good. So I walk over, leave being in the drop-off line, stand in the pickup line, and the lady in the drop-off line, the nice pharmacist, beautiful pharmacist, she takes on the next customer, who is the person behind me in line. As I was and I go, no, excuse me, I was next in line. And then she serves me, and I go, how come, there's two lines here, like, which is the line that we're supposed to go in? And she's like, I don't know what you're saying. So that was me partying with my neuroses. And what I'm also trying to say is that if you do see me at a party, a shindig, happening, a rave, well, not a rave, somewhere where there's like light music playing and like 30 people, 40 people, maybe even more than 5, I'm not going to be able to have a conversation with you that's longer than 3 minutes. I'm sorry, there's too much outside stimulus. It is throwing me off. I will look anxious and like I want to go, but it's just because I'm being bombarded by stimulus, and it is hard for me to focus. And I really want to talk to you, but one-on-one I am fun. One-on-two I'm fun. We can have great talks. Alone, I'm fun, as I'm proving to you with this podcast. But put me in a large group. I can be fun, but 3 minutes of fun, and then I got to get out of there and talk to somebody else. So I feel really bad and really self-conscious at parties, because that's what I feel like. Just the anxiety is high. And I'm not saying that should excuse bad behavior. I'm trying to figure it out. I'm not really doing that much bad behavior, except for probably saying embarrassing things, as I do every minute or so. But yeah, so that's what I'm really dying to work on in my life, is just being a little tightly wound about a lot of things, and yet also having this self-regard that's like loose and bohemian and like, hey man, whatever, like I let it all hang out. Why can't I let others let it all hang out? Folks, let it all hang out. Unless it's something critical of me, then keep it inside and let it eat at you for the rest of your life. So, I'm gonna go. I got places to do, things to see. places to see, things to do, places to be, things to go. I'm going to get things to go. So I got to go. But I'll be back tomorrow and the day after and the day after that with this dang podcast. I changed the SoundCloud to soundcloud.com/Nick Flanagan Weekly for easy access. Same name as on Instagram, and then Nick Flan Weekly on Twitter. Yeah, and I just wanted to let you know that Bitten, a Tragedy is a movie being put out by some really amazing people. And it's the story of Lydia, a 20-something black queer femme living in Philadelphia. One night out on the town leads her into an underground queer party, age-old ancestral battlegrounds, and vampires. Brimming with secrets, she forms a method of survival in a subcultural world that is not as radical as one might perceive to be. So yeah, this is a part of seedandspark.com, which is like sort of a GoFundMe type of thing, to make money for a movie, a horror movie. Audra's Revenge Film is the people making it, and they're awesome people. It's a queer horror movie. This is not a particularly represented style. These are people who love horror making it, so it's actually going to be awesome. And just go to seedandspark.com/fund/bitten-a-tragedy, and you can find out all about this and consider donating. They're trying to raise $14,000. They've got 30% already and 20 days to go. So people have faith in this, and I think you should check it out too. All right. I love you. That was too much. I'll walk it back. I like you. I love that you're listening. Have a great week.